Great. Thank you, Marc, for spending time with me today and really sharing all that you're about. I want to introduce everybody to Marc Turner. We've known each other for, about a year now, and he has not brought anything but a wealth of information to me, a wonderful coach, and has always trying to take everyone to the next level. So I wanted, Marc, for you to share with us a little bit about maybe where you came from and what has brought you to Envato.
Okay, baby. Hey, it's good to have myself on the call, and I want to actually give it back to Miss Stringer because, like I said, she's a good person, and I'm glad she did call me today to put me on the call to give you some information about Envato. And just to give you a little background about myself, I'm originally from Columbus, Georgia, born and raised. 1977, getting it done. Left there back in 95 and actually went into the United States Marine Corps and did about 10 years overseas, traveled the world. A lot of people don't have that opportunity to see the world like that, but it's a good way to travel the world. Came back and actually was introduced to my first direct sales business, which was actually Amway. So, learned a lot from that business. And then now, we have another company we had just joined, which is 5 Links, and then now we're in a new company known as Envato. So, and just to give you a little bit of why we chose Envato is because it's a shift. There's a big shift, and you have to understand that there are two parts to business. You have your emotional side, and you also have your business side. So you have to learn how to think with your business side more than just your emotional side sometimes. And, that's pretty much a little bit I can give you. So I'm going to let you give me some more questions, Ms. String. I know I've been talking a long time, so go ahead, shoot.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so it's good to see where people come from to see, why they choose different businesses and stuff and what's led them there. That's kind of about them. So I would like to learn a little bit more about Envato. So could you share what the company is or, how it got started?
Okay, good stuff. Envato actually is a part of 3 different types of business ventures. One of those business ventures is gas and electric through UCI. Also, there is a technology side of the house that's called Sozo Tech. And, of course, now we're dealing with the new revolution in group buying, another daily referral. If you don't know anything about group buying is actually a $3 billion industry right now. And it's only getting bigger because of right now with the economy the way it is. People are making a shift to look for deals. And a lot of business owners now are not marketing the way that they should be. That's even offline, that's online. It don't matter, direct sales, whatever. A lot of people just don't market. And so with data referral, we give them the opportunity to market their brand or their business without upfront charges or fees by allowing the consumer to voice their opinion and allowing the business owner to control what types of deals and discounts that they give to their consumers, being that they're dedicated patrons or brand new patrons.
Excellent. Just sharing the opportunity with other business partners and keeping it all moving in the same direction is what we all like to do.
Oh, yeah, great. Most definitely.
So tell me a little bit more about the compensation plan and how can one profit with this company? Is it just the business owners that are able to profit, or how do the reps profit as well?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Well, the business owner and the consumer and the business partner can actually benefit from this business. And the compensation plan would be a little bit too much to even discuss over the phone, but I will give you a little breakdown. The way we get paid with our daily referral is through the business owners. Once they make a sale with vouchers, that's what group buying is all about, buying vouchers, and they give them discounts up to 50 to 90%. What we do is we only base our pay based off of how many vouchers a person sells. Also, with the gas and electric part of the house, we base that off of the usage of gas and electric, depending on is it residential or commercial service. And then, of course, with the Sozo Tech technology, that is a little bit different because we're actually bringing out a new technology known as the LifePad, which is a newer form of tablet that runs off of the new Android 3.1, 3.0 honeycomb technology. So that allows us to do video conferencing, business on the go, integration, TV integration, HDMI, all the nuts and bolts in one little package. So you don't have to carry around that bulky laptop anymore. And also, like I said, it's based off of duplication. And most people don't understand the power of duplication because they're trained their whole life how to make linear income, which is just going to somebody's job and exchanging your time for money. Where in this pretty lucrative effort here, what we're doing is actually helping people to duplicate and show them how to make a duplicatable system where they can still be at a job, but they can still be making money with their business as well. And that's the whole beautiful thing about business. It don't matter what type of business you're doing. It's all about duplication. McDonald's does it. Chick-fil-A does it. America does it. And it works so far.
Great. So if one was to get started in auto, how do you start the duplication process?
The best way to start a duplication process, honestly, I believe that if a person really doesn't understand the power behind direct sales or duplication or even marketing or networking, they need to kind of educate it because a lot of people, and I know you've heard this before as well, a lot of people believe in it's one of those pyramid things or it's one of those schemes. Well, the whole thing is if you're not educated, understanding the difference between a network or a direct sales or an MLM structure compared to a Ponzi scheme, then you will not believe in what you're doing. And to give you a little bit of history with a Ponzi scheme is, a Ponzi scheme is basically a business that is set up around money, but there's no credible service or product that is being sold. It's just an exchange of money, and eventually the whole thing collapses because not everybody will get paid in that type of business. Now, with the direct sales model, we have to educate people on how to just, first of all, understand the basics. Once they understand the basics of the duplication process, where they're all you're looking for in the beginning of your business, you just for some people. You just look for a couple of people to help you. And then the way you duplicate is by showing them the same things that you're doing and have them duplicate the same process over and over. But here's the biggest.
Great, Mark. So you were saying on the duplication, talking about the duplication process of following, being a representative when get started.
Yes, like I was saying before we got cut off, sorry about that. This duplication is it's not an easy process because the main thing you have to understand is you have to find people that are willing to do what it takes to make things happen. I used to offer opportunities, but now it's not about the opportunity. It's all about a chance for change. People have to just be willing to change this. Let me tell you something. We're in an economic downturn right now. Economic downturn. Make sure I say that word right. Because right now there's a big meltdown. And based off of what we're seeing in the United States right now, people have to realize that we have to change the way we do business. We have to change the way we live. We have to change the way that we conduct ourselves because eventually what's going to happen is it's going to be just two types of people in this world. Either you're going to be rich or you're going to be poor. Now, I don't know who wants to be poor, but it seems like it's more poor people than rich people in the world right now. And the old saying goes, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And there's a reason why. It's because the rich understand that it takes leverage, duplication, in order to make a massive amount of money fast. Where the poor only understand that I have to have a job, I need to get a lot of education, be in debt just to come out of college or whatever the school is you go to. You come out in debt to get a job that doesn't even pay you close to what your debt is, and now you're stuck for the majority of your life, the 40-year plan.
Right. It's definitely a mind shift to go from that state of not having any income and you're looking for some, and now you need to be willing to change and take the role that you can be part of a new class, be part of the rich. And how would you coach them and take them to that mindset?
Well, the best way to do that, I think, is about changing their environment. Look at the people that you're surrounding yourself by and ask yourself, are they living the lifestyle that you want to live? If not, what you have to understand is there are ways to network with people. There are ways to start elevating your mindset by just surrounding yourself by people that are living a better lifestyle than you and asking them questions, especially if they're living, let's say, for instance, you want to live in a $500,000 mansion or a condo. Let's just say you want to live in downtown Atlanta. That's where I'm from. It's kind of expensive to live downtown Atlanta. But if you're only making an income of $30,000 to $40,000 a year, but you know that it costs $2,000 a month to actually own a apartment or a condo or a mansion, what you have to understand is you have to find the people that are living that lifestyle and ask them what they do. Now, most people have went to college, they have an education, and they're the fortunate ones that have probably been out of school for years, and they fall into that category where the education they received back in those days was actually valuable to help them now. But most people, actors, entertainers, people in that kind of field, they have a more understanding of residuals and the time of leveraging other people. Think about it. I don't know who your favorite artist is, Alecia, but we have an artist down here in Georgia, from Georgia, Usher Raymond, or Usher, everybody knows him. Usher understands that if he makes a great CD, he does the work right the first time, he's going to be able to make massive amount of money because that one product that he put out there, massive amounts of people are going to purchase that product. And on top of that, because of being in the music industry, this is something I used to do a long time ago, every time his song plays on the radio or it's used in a movie or anything, he's constantly getting paid royalties, or we call residuals, or just duplicatable money that's going to constantly come in for work you did a long time ago.
Right, people don't understand that you can do some things once and still get paid on it, and it's hard to see that in some businesses like this. You're setting up those businesses to profit with their coupons or group buying, and then you don't have to set them up again. They're in there, they're ready.
Exactly. That's right. That's absolutely right, because most of the businesses right now, especially in the Georgia market, a lot of the businesses are failing because they have a lack of marketing. And they don't understand how to draw people in. But the thing is, people are looking for a deal. It's like if you're going to your favorite restaurant every single week, wouldn't you expect, or, your patriotism should warrant you some kind of deal. Some people do it, buy 10, get one free, stuff like that. But in this type of business, or in this type of field of group buying, it allows the customer to not just only get a deal, but actually refer other people to the same deal. And check this out. It's just like a good movie. Movie just came out recently, Transformers 3. I know I was going crazy when I saw that movie. And I told a lot of people about it. But here's the funny thing about it. I didn't get paid $1 off of that movie, but the people, Michael Bay and everybody who made the movie, they constantly getting paid off of that movie. And even when it comes to the theater, when it comes out of that theater, his DVD or even on TV, it's still going to be getting paid for years. And that's how the entertainment business works. The same thing with direct sales. You do the work right the first time. You train the people. You find leaders, people that are willing to do what it takes to make things happen, and you can continuously get paid over and over and over again for the rest of your life.
Great. Thank you for sharing that mindset with us. So if one wants to get involved in Envato, how would they get started?
Well, the best way to do it, I would tell you this, and honestly, get in touch with me, Marc Turner, 706-505-0583. And what we'll do is we'll actually give you information for a phone call, and there is a number that most people can call in to actually hear about the opportunity itself, and that number is 646-222-0058. Once again, that's for the opportunity info call, and that's for the Envato opportunity or chance for change, which is 646-222-0058. Also, if you want to know more about daily referral, you can actually sign up, and it's free for businesses and consumers. And that website is www.dailyreferral.com/free. 49207. Make sure I spell that out. Repeat it. It's dailyreferral.com. DAILYREFERRAL.com/49207.
Excellent. Thank you for that information. We'll have to check that out.
All right,
Is there any tips you'd like to share?
Say again?
Is there any other tips you'd like to share with us?
Well, I'll give you a good tip. Here's another great tip that I just learned recently. You have to start looking at what everybody else is not doing. And the reason I'm saying that is that you and I, Alecia, are both online marketers. We do all kinds of crazy stuff. We know how much work it takes to put into that. But sometimes you have to step away and look at what other people are not doing. Like, even though we do the online, think about the offline. Also think about the networking. Think about building the relationships with people. That's the main key to any type of business. It's not just the online marketing. It's not just the offline marketing. It's actually building the relationships and understanding that these people that you see that's at the top, they had to go through something in order to get there. And we're all just going through the process, especially for people that are looking at an opportunity now or thinking about joining an opportunity. Do not get disappointed in family and friends. Usually they know you and they will not support you, but understand that the best people to work with are people you don't know. Build rapport. Build that relationship and do as you say you're going to do.
That's right. I think you're the best example for doing that. We were creating a relationship before, we even started doing stuff together and everything. So what a great example you've been. Thank you so much for spending time with me today and explaining this for everybody. Thank you, Marc.
All right, thank you for having me on the call, and I hope to talk to you in the near future.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.